obviously a premium to be the first supporters back into the new Camp Nou, but
we can call it that.
Yeah, and it's not going to be, you know, until it's finished, then there's going to be a premium on those tickets. I'm pretty sure.
Alaves have had success in the past. The sights and sounds of the new Camp Nou is still under construction. It will be the second. There have been changes made by both managers. Barcelona were in action behind the flanks as well. Alaves with their two pacey wingers in Rebac and Calebe, and I think
when they do get the opportunity to do so.
We'll kick off in the second game back at the Camp Nou for Barcelona. The first one
waiting to get that decisive touch, so clearly a goal.
The goal stand.
Plenty of time left, of course, but after losing 3-0 against Chelsea, this is the last start to the game. Centre-back, another game, central midfield. So I think there's a lack of continuity from the Barcelona back four, which was a feature last season, wasn't it? Kubasi, Nigamad.
Here is Lamine Yamal. Beautiful skill. Casado. To Balde.
They shouldn't have been holding that 6-yard box. They should have been marking Pablo Ibanez.
There's Lamine Yamal. He continues his run, pulls it back, and it falls to Lamine. And Barcelona are level. Lamine Yamal in plenty of space in the penalty area. He wasn't going to miss that. Excellent work from Rafinha. Barcelona level things up.
Yeah, it was going to be tough for Alaves to hold on for 89 minutes. They held on for about 6, and in that 6 minutes, Barcelona created 2 or 3 opportunities, 2 or 3 really good big phases of attacking play, and Rafinha has been involved at the heart of all of it. He's had a shot on goal already, there's been blocked, 2 shots at goal that have been blocked. There's a lovely cutback.
We found there on Denis Suarez either. Back from Barcelona with Lamine Yamal. Terrific from Lamine Yamal. Garcia. Here's Lamine. Garcia in support. Goes it alone. Left it there for Herrera. Lamine provided to
the pressure that we see in a play that's very similar to those.
Team to score goals, Pablo Ibanez, but he's got one, and he was almost through once again.
He's been the one that's been given permission. I think he's got the legs, he's got the energy, as opposed to Denis Suarez breaking. They're competing, aren't they? Alaves in Barcelona. Lamine Yamal scores the equalizer. I think we're probably all expecting it to be a little bit more comfortable for the home.
After 26 minutes, it's a terrible pass. And Lamine Yamal is driving, and Rafinha could be through. It wasn't the best ball from Lamine Yamal. Made one of the captains as well at the club. That responsibility, and he responded.
This is outrageous. It's unfair on Pacheco. It's the rollover, the step overs. Probably doesn't stick his leg out enough. There's a bit of a grab on the midriff as well. Injury or tantrum because he's not got his way, and he's like any other teenager that hasn't got his way. I think it generally is an injury. It doesn't appear as if it's going to be turned over, the refereeing decision. I don't think Pereira sticks a leg out, does he? He tries to make a barrier, he's trying everything he can to try and stop Lamine Yamal. Country should have an understanding how they can protect a player of this.
He is pretty freely.
Yeah, Victor Pereira would be desperate for him to be taken off early in this match. I'm sure he gets some help from Abde Rebac, who's committed the foul here. At the same time, Rebac wants to be a threat going forward. concerned. Jules Koundé doesn't look too enthusiastic about getting on.
Garcia, who has surprisingly become
down from the front from Lamine Yamal.
He's alert to the danger. He's kept in by Parada. He's Casado. Overcooking things, and it falls to Lamine Yamal. And Lewandowski back to Lamine, and this should be the third, and it's wide. An almost unbelievable sequence there. A beautiful build-up, and somehow Barcelona haven't scored the third.
Well, Lewandowski didn't like the fact he got caught in possession. So when Barcelona do go on the attack again, he was determined not to give the ball away. And it's a wonderful pass.
Was a right-back. Came back in. Started playing centre-back this season. Need, he stayed there.
Yamal and Rafinha could switch in positions. Trying to confuse things just before the half-time.
They're in possession. Lamine Yamal is dispossessed. He gets the ball. And goals at both ends. Lamine Yamal scoring his first goal back at the Spotify camp now. Cancelling out an early goal. Pablo
Down, he sparks it all off. He's the spark in that. When he goes, his teammates follow. But he's just a brilliant footballer as well in terms of with the ball.
Well, let's see here, because Rafinha is coming out. Lamine is coming out. I think Robert Lewandowski. Alaves is looking over the last few years. They scored 38 last season.
Players do it in terms of work rate and attitude, but he also gives you a goal threat, which will come in useful in the second period. I think there's room for improvement on that front. His goals tally is good, the amount of games that he's played this season. In general, he's looked sharp.
Here's Lamine Yamal, tussling and goals in 4 games against Alaves. They're his third favourite victim in La Liga. Lamine with the chip ball over, down, and finds Lamine. Dance past the Alaves defenders, and doing so, still Lamine Yamal, just about dispossessed. Casado wins it back.
Players half the time.
Vicente preparing to come on for Alaves. Olmo. Yamal dispossessed. So is Antonio Blanco, and now a chance for Lamine. Here is Lamine.
First 3 or 4 minutes just to play one-touch football. Eased his way back in. Didn't give the ball away, didn't come close to giving the ball away, but the moment he does give the ball away is because he's willing to be proactive and take players on.
Put it away as far as Pedri, who set up Lamine Yamal. And that was just not coming down quite quick enough.
Yep, close. He knows it's close. Pedri sets him up with a perfectly weighted pass.
Indeed. Goes down. Referee says play on, playing the advantage. Wasn't much advantage. Continued his run, and he'll get there and pulls it back and wins a corner. Move starts with taken short. There's Lamine. Too much on that.
Yeah. Route to goal.
We have seen very little from Alaves in the second half, though. Right to Lamine. Chipped in from Lamine. Smooth play from Pedri. It's back with Lamine Yamal onto his left foot. Barcelona in this fixture. As they are on with Lamine. Olmo gets it back, finds Lamine. Here's Ferran and Lamine Yamal. And they're queuing up here, Barcelona.
In the second half, but compared to the first 45 minutes, they were more ambitious.
Has gone down.
He stuck to his task.
Extremely alert. I thought he could do it on the goal. Kept it in just about by Alenia. Defending.
Yeah.
It's Dani Olmo. Can Barcelona finish this off? Dani Olmo is through on goal, and surely Dani Olmo with the third. All 3 points wrapped up for Barcelona. It's been nervy the last few minutes. Gives them some rest back.
Yeah, Dani Olmo, first 20 minutes you could see he was going to be a player with an advantage against this Alaves lineup. He's taken full advantage. Could he got more goals? Possibly, probably. Should he have done tidier in attack today? But to see Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha back, to see Pedri back, to see Dani Olmo.
It's by 3 goals to 1.